You're listening to the Journal Party Podcast, where every week we get together for the ultimate journal jam sesh as we journal through life together as a community. My name's Alex Gallner, and I'll be your host, so here's how it works. I'll give you a journal prompt and a groove, and you just start writing. After a few minutes, you'll hear a little bell that sounds like this, and we'll move on to the next prompt. After a couple minutes, you'll hear that bell again, and we'll move on to the next prompt, and we'll just keep going on like that until we're finished. Feel free to write on whatever you like, or even just follow along in your car. If you finish before the bell, you can try to dig deeper and elaborate, or just chill out and enjoy the tunes. Don't overthink it. There's no wrong way to do this, so welcome to the party. Journal Party. What's up, party people? I'm feeling a certain lightness today, and I think it's because I've been doing a lot of inner work around letting go and emotional release. It can be hard to let go of all the things that are no longer helpful to you, but it's also necessary for mental clarity and emotional freedom, in my opinion at least. So, if you're looking for a way to start being more intentional about letting go, I highly recommend journaling. It is a great place to start. So, if you're into that, I think you're going to love today's show. Here come 5 journal prompts to help you get started on your journey of letting go. This first prompt helps you to focus on what needs to be released in order to have space for something better. All too often, we get stuck in cycles of holding on to things that don't serve us out of fear of change or fear of the unknown, and taking time to reflect on this question can help bring clarity so that you can determine what needs to stay and what could use some releasing. Here comes your first prompt. What do I need to let go of in order to make room for what I actually want? What do I need to let go of in order to make room for what I actually want? All right, let's keep it going. When we try to make changes, our emotions can sometimes get in the way. It's important to take a step back and examine how these changes will affect us emotionally before we take any action steps towards them. This next prompt helps you to figure out how vulnerable or resistant you feel about making changes in your life and why those feelings might exist. So here comes your second prompt. What feelings come up when I think about letting go? What feelings come up when I think about letting go? Sometimes it can be helpful to look at potential gains rather than potential losses when it comes time for change or transition in our lives. Through this reflection, you can begin forming an idea of what would happen if something was no longer a part of your life, which can help motivate you into action. Your next prompt of the day is, what would I gain if I released this thing from my life? What would I gain if I released this thing from my life? Hope you enjoyed that one. Similar yet different from prompt number 3, this next one allows us to take a broader view on the potential benefits we could achieve by letting go of something negative or unhelpful in our lives, whether it's a habit, job, relationship, etc. And it replaces that with something positive and beneficial instead. So your fourth prompt of the day is, how might my life improve if I let go of this thing? How might my life improve if I let go of this thing? Almost there. This last question helps us to visualize how much more productive we could be with all the extra resources freed up by releasing things from our lives that no longer serve us. We could choose new hobbies or activities, dedicate more time towards self-care, plan trips, explore new relationships, whatever. The possibilities are truly endless. Your last prompt of the day is, what would I do with all the extra time, energy, resources, whatever, if I release this thing from my life? What would I do with all the extra time or energy or resources if I released this thing from my life? And there you go. By reflecting on these questions and taking note of your answers, hopefully you gain some insight into why certain things may not serve you anymore, and hopefully you got the motivation you needed in order to let them go. Journaling is obviously a potent tool for personal growth and healing, so don't forget to use it when change feels overwhelming or scary. And also, if you're overwhelmed, check out the last episode. We just covered this. If you want to go deeper into this work, I highly recommend that you check out the Sedona Method, as well as the work of Michael Singer, specifically The Untethered Soul and Living Untethered. I've personally enjoyed these programs and think we could all benefit. Sometimes this practice of letting go can be a little bit tough because you actually have to allow difficult feelings to come up. But when you finally relax and release, you just feel so much lighter and in tune with this crazy, mysterious, and awesome life experience that we're all sharing. It's pretty crazy that we're all just flying through infinity on a rock together, and yet we still find ways to complicate that with our own self-importance. It's all really beautiful if you allow it to be, and I, for one, am really grateful to be on this rock with you, journaling, jamming. It's groovy. So there it is. That's our show, folks. Thank you so much for journaling with us. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at JournalPartyOMG. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and please send in your requests for different prompt themes. Please be sure to also check out our free guided journaling app. It's available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. There are a ton of free prompts on there and a growing community of journalers, and we'd love to have you, and I think you'd really enjoy it. And if you enjoyed today's show, please leave a review and spread the word so that we can make this an even bigger party next week, and I hope you have a wonderful week this week. Party on!